Hello and welcome to my new video. In my last video, I explained the integration methods which include client REST inbound, scripted REST API inbound, REST API outbound, SOAP inbound, and SOAP outbound. In this video, I will explain the authentication methods which includes multi-provider single sign-on, OAuth inbound and outbound authentication, multi-factor authentication, LDAP, digest token authentication. So let's start with the multi-provider single sign-on. External SSO allows organization to use several SSO identity providers which are known as IDPs to manage authentication as well as retain local database authentication. The integration supports any combination of local and external authentication methods on the single instance like SAML 2.0, digest authentication or OpenID Connect. You must perform several steps to set up multi-provider SSO, including configuring properties, creating IDPs, and configuring user to use SSO. Then OAuth inbound and outbound authentication. OAuth based authentication validates the identity of the client that attempts to establish a trust on the system by using an authentication protocol. OAuth 2.0 open authorization is the industry standard protocol for authorization that occurs on client developer simplicity while providing specific authorization flows for web application, desktop application and mobile devices. It is a standard that is designed to allow a website or application to access resources hosted by other web apps on behalf of users. Instead of using the resource user credentials to access protected resources, a client obtains an access token. Access tokens are issued to third-party clients with the user's approval. The client then use the access token to access the protected resources. Inbound create an endpoint for external clients that want to access your instance. This creates an OAuth client application records and generates a client ID and client secrets that the client needs to access the restricted resources on the instance. And outbound use a third party OAuth provider that provides the authorization for access to your instance. Specify an OAuth profile and OAuth scope when you are connecting to another OAuth provider. Then multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication MFA, also known as two-step verification, is a security requirement that user enters more than one set of credentials to access an instance. The basic level of authentication to an instance is local database authentication, where a user enters a username and password combination. MFA gives admin and user ability to require a second level of authentication. The second authentication can be a passcode from authentication app, a hardware key, a biometric authenticator, or an SMS or email. And as an admin, you can require MFA for individual users or all user in the specific role. You can also enable your user to option in and use MFA. Then LDAP. An LDAP integration allow your instance to use your existing LDAP server as the primary source of user data. Admin integrate with the lightweight directory access protocol LDAP directory to streamline the user login process and to automate admin tasks such as creating user and assigning them roles. An LDAP integration allows the system to use your existing LDAP server as the primary source of user data. Typically, an LDAP integration is also part of single sign-on implementation. The integration uses the LDAP service account credentials to retrieve the user distinguished name DN from the LDAP server. Given the DN value for the user, the integration then rebind with LDAP with the user DN and password. The password that the user enter is obtained entirely in HTTP session. The integration never stores LDAP password. The integration uses a read-only connection that never writes to the LDAP directory. The integration only requires for information and the update is internal database accordingly. Then digest token authentication. The instance reads the HTTP header value and compares its computed hash value of the digest token. It is computed hash value matches the digest token value. Then the instance searches for a matching value in the user table. If there is the matching value in the user table, the instance considers the user pre-authenticated and logs the user in. Digest token authentication is more secure than simple unencrypted HTTP headers because any accidental or intentional change to the unencrypted HTTP header produces a different hash value. If the hash value fails to match, the instance denies to users access to requested instance. This prevents user from attempting to log in with another user's credential. The digest token authentication integration requires a web server, SiteMinder, or another single sign-on application to pre-authenticate the user on the local network. A web page or portal that passes user credentials to target instance in one of these formats like HTTP header, URL parameter, cookie. A web page or portal that creates and passes a digest token to the target instance using one of these encoding techniques SHA-1, MD5, SHA-256. There are also other authentication methods like API access policy, time limited authentication, and self-register. API access policy defines the permission and duration of the access to an API. Then time limited authentication configure link based authentication on the ServiceNow instance, and self registration username and password in their user record in the instance database. So that's all for this session. Before I wrap up, let's quickly review what I have covered in this session. I explained the SSO, OAuth inbound and outbound authentication, MFA, LDAP, and digest token authentication. That's all for this session. In my upcoming video, I will cover the case management. Thank you.